are going to have a lot of questions. I want to make the most use of our time. Hi, everyone that's in here. So I just want us to get started. I love Ty too. He's fabulous. So
I tried to be I tried to dress up for you today.
Oh, you are so cute. You look so cute. Look at you.
Tuxedo with a t-shirt.
I love it. First Met Gala. So Beyonce's first Met Gala, was 12 years ago in 2008. And she wore that the Armani Privé dress.
I noticed a lot of times when people post stuff, they never really posted, but that was the first one we went to. And that was such a great experience just to be part of it and, just to see fashion on a whole other level. It was such a great experience. Me being a country boy from Texas, to just even be in the room with such, great, iconic people was such an awesome experience. Yeah.
I want to pull this dress up so they can see it, so our viewers who might not be familiar with it can take a look. This was the look.
Yeah, that was Armani's. The final look. There you go. It's a pretty.
Yeah. I love the low bun and like the emerald earrings. She just looks so regal and so like ethereal in this shot. And the makeup is beautiful, but yet I think this is like soft glam before they had a word for it.
Yeah.
Soft glam.
It's a good little entrance. Because she was known for just like, being a beast on stage. So just to come out and just be soft and delicate.
And can you tell me a little bit of what you felt like for your first Met Gala? Did you know what a big deal it was when you were going to be styling for it?
I really didn't. I would see it every now and then because, the internet wasn't like popping like it was. It was like every now and then we'd see it because we were on the go so much with working. Like, from Destiny's Child, each girl solo project, I worked on all those. Just constantly going, touring and stuff. So when that was like a breather just to relax and go to something and dress up and to be invited and also to go. It was a great moment.
Yeah.
Being able to have time to prep it's a rare thing for us. So to actually have time to prep and do the whole thing where, you meet with the designers, get what her vision is, tell them what it is, and see if we can all meet each other halfway and have a whole.
Yeah. Are there meetings that you're having with these designers? Do you do multiple fittings for it? What is it? What is it like?
You kind of start. Me and Raquel Smith, who is my partner, I was so happy when she came on board because she was doing everything. So to have that extra come in, yeah. But we would actually have meetings with the designers and it's kind of like a system. You have meetings, kind of see where they're going and tell them what she's going for, and then they send sketches. So then we have meetings where we show all the sketches. We kind of don't even tell her who it's by. We're just like, here's the sketches. She picks her favorites, and then we kind of break it down from there and get the actual prototypes, the samples.
We have, before I even show the look, we had a great question. Mayfield Lawana asked, thanks Mayfield for being in the live. Ty, is there a look that you wanted that didn't materialize?
Sometimes when we're doing it, most of the time we have at least 2 to 3 dresses made, and sometimes there is one that's like, oh, you gotta maybe wear this to the after party, or it's times like that where there's so many great options to where you just like really want that one, but there's only one night and so many looks per night. So
yeah,
that's been time.
Let's look at this dress. This was also a winner here. This black and gold.
Yes.
So this was the look. I heard she could barely walk in this dress. Is that true?
That one. That one was one. That one got a lot of just going up the stairs. But yeah, it was a fishtail.
And look at the details on this dress as well, too. This is so gorgeous. Yeah, when you guys decided on this dress, was it like, this is the look, this is the one we want? Or was there another one before this one? Did you know you guys wanted to wear Roberto Cavalli?
Actually, we were on set, I believe, for a video shoot or commercial, but he had been sending like different sketches and stuff. And that's just one we all was like, okay, that's look. And there was a time when Fishtail, like, we were really going there, I think, with that look. You know, Miss Tina, she was whipping them up and, like, cater to you that whole moment. So it was just that the silhouette of the dress was really what we were going for. And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes,
it was like the black and gold to me is also such a classic look that you have as well. Like it's like one of those looks where you're just it's timeless, and I feel like a lot of her Met Gala looks like you'll never forget. Like they were all unforgettable. As I was like preparing for this, and I was just looking back throughout the years, and I was just like, all of these looks just hit one look after the other.
It was fun. It was fun.
The stylist went like during the Met Gala, I would see like on the carpet, and it would either be some Getty image photographer would always capture this moment when you're just making it the perfect moment, and those have actually become the moments and the images that people love versus the ones where she's solo.
Thank you. You know, I just always believed in doing my job all the way through. You know, so even before the Met Gala, it's not like I was trying to be like center of attention. I'm just doing my job all the way through. And I just never believed in having, even with Destiny's Child, I was on the carpet, each solo girl. Like, I've always done that because I just don't believe a woman should go to the carpet. These pictures are forever. And so why should a woman walk out with a train? Like, and you know, it's just impossible. I just believe in making sure that the picture, and I don't care how I look. Like, people used to be like, you're not even, like, the day you see me smiling and just waving is the day that I'm invited and just going on my own. Like, I don't care how I look. It's been times, if you notice, one Met Gala, I didn't have time to get dressed.
Yeah.
Like, I went in cargo pants and a little jean shirt, I think, and just, I don't care. It's not about me. It's about the client. It's her night. So we tend to have it. It's about you, but at the same time, it's not about you.
Yeah.
It's about your client, and it's her night. So that's one of the things I noticed. And now I'm glad to see that there's 1,000 stylists, but it was a fight. Like the first couple of times I went to the Met Gala, I'm going, and they'll be like, no, you can't, security. I was like, well, just have security here waiting for me. I understand you're doing your job. I'll be ready to get arrested or whatever afterwards, but I'm going to do my job. And so after that, you know, because I was invited to the first one, and then the second one, it was like a madness or whatever. So I literally just went, and I didn't want to go anyway because I had other things to do, and I was wanting to go to after party. So I literally went, walked her to the door.
I love you. And I didn't really want to go because I had other things to do, and I just wanted to go to the after parties.
You know what I mean. After a while, it's like I'd rather be with my friends because that was during the time we were touring and stuff like that. So when we come home, it's like I'd rather be with my friends instead of being there.
Yeah. There's people in this chat that are interested in a career in fashion and doing fashion design and fashion styling and really look up to your career. What is some advice on professionalism that you would give young stylists today that you're not seeing as much in the industry now as you've seen in the past?
I would definitely say hard work. It doesn't make you a celebrity stylist. There's so many levels to it, and I think privacy and just being humble are some of the key things to longevity. A lot of people just tend to be, I'm fabulous, but you can still be fabulous and still be humble. You can still be fabulous and still acknowledge people. And you know, I made it a point, like if I go in the showroom, like I'm not just there just to see, I'm here to see Lisa. No. Hello, the girl at the front desk, you colored your hair. Like certain things like that. I always acknowledge every single person. Even the interns, thank y'all so much. Sometimes I'm in the area, I brought you cookies, I brought you donuts. I don't want anything, I'm just in the area. Because you just never know that person that you're not paying attention to one day. And it happens. It happens. Those little interns end up being the person who's running the company. And just from you just not paying them no attention and not acknowledging them, we all jump and say, look at me, look at me. And it's so simple to say, hello, how you doing? Thank you for doing this for me. Or just, you know, just acknowledging them. And that's one thing I noticed that the kids today are just about the whole look of it and not the sacrifice. You're missing birthdays, you're missing, you know, anniversaries, you're missing so much. You're giving yourself to, you know, your job. And that's the thing I think people don't. They just see the final thing. Like you at this with the celebrities and this and that. And to be honest with you, I want to do my job to get out of here to go be with family and friends, because those are the things that we just tend to not have as much time to spend with loved ones.
Yeah, the next look you guys did in 2012. I love this look. I call this the beginning of the Givenchy years.
Yeah,
because
the
you guys
is like the feathers and all that. It's kind of
yeah.
That was one of my favorite looks, only because she decided the day of the Met Gala to go to the Met Gala.
Excuse me, my friend?
It was on the fence. We were rehearsing for the tour. And so, like, you know, when she's in work mode, she's in work mode. And so she, I think, decided just that day, she was just like, I think I want to go to the Met today. But we had talked about it and she wasn't. I was like, okay. So we had that dress actually, Raquel and I had that made for, I think, the Grammys. And we just hit up to have that dress. And they was like, yes, we brought it here. And I was like, yes. So we were like, if you come here to the rehearsal and do a fitting, if it works, she's going. And it happened to work. Just some little alterations. And yeah, it happened to work. And it was good because it was a chance to people, they hadn't seen her in a while. She just had a baby. And so to come in so elegant and sexy, and, you know, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I can't believe I had, you know, Denise Caldwell. I had her on my live yesterday, and she was sharing with me about just pulling from the vault the day of and taking out the jewels. So it's for you guys. People prep. For those of you that don't know or just entering the room, people that come to the Met Gala are prepping sometimes almost a year in advance. The minute they know the theme, then people are already thinking about their dresses, and the things that you decide to wear to the Met Gala aren't things that you can just, like, no one else has worn it.
It's not
straight off the runway, and no one can wear the same thing.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, it was a very stressful time, and she's when I had a ponytail, it just worked. It was a stress-free night. We had a great time. It was really good.
It was vision, because another thing is to wear, for celebrities to partner together multiple years in a row. That was also the beginning of people kind of doing that as well. Tell us more about just their working relationship.
I just, you know, it's just certain designers who just get it, and there's certain designers who are able to turn around. Like, turnaround time is so important to me because you know, I don't always get fittings. Like, you know, to get a fitting is like the impossible. That's the one thing people don't get. Like, so to have a designer to be able to come to that fitting and get that little time and still bring the sketch to, and also bringing sketches to life. You know, there's great artists, and then when it comes to things like, oh my God, what is this? Like, you know, but I love him because you get what you get. You know, you get and so it just works.
I love what he's also done at Burberry as well too. He's completely just shifted how the brand looks and how it really and I feel like now it's very, it's an example, it's giving us a timestamp of modernity in fashion at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that. They wanted
constantly going, and I started at the time. I didn't have Google. I barely had a cell phone. Like, you know, I used to carry a phone book, and just like when we go to different cities or countries, I used to, what's the most expensive hotel here? And I would just act like I'm staying in the hotel just to use the concierge. You know, the concierge was my style.com or my Google. Like, I'm looking for black dresses, and, you know, so it was just a different time. And I feel like, you know, now it's easier, but it's so saturated that, you know, you have to be a special being and really show that, hey, I'm out here, you know? So
yeah. That's so incredible, and I love to hear that story about you, like, calling the concierge and pretending that you were at that hotel. I feel like you have to be innovative in this industry, and you have to just be thinking in different ways about how to get in the room.
Like, we would make stuff, we would just like, we wanted it, we make it. Like, because in the beginning, nobody would let us pool. You know, Miss Tina just kind of started being able to, we kind of started being able to pull. The hype came with Charlie's Angels, and it made it a little bit easier for us to pull, but people would not let us pull clothes. And so Miss Tina would create and make, and, you know, I was helping do hair too. I did everything. It was just me and her, one-stop shop. We did everything. We would have to do the hair and dress them. And now looking back on some of the stuff, I'm like, how did we do that? And how did I do that just by myself? Because I didn't even have interns and nothing. Like, help didn't come until much later with Raquel Smith. And, you know, we started building a team. But we really did most of that stuff by ourselves. Dancers, all of that.
And how did you not get overwhelmed? Like, I think a lot of people, when they're starting up or doing things, you're a one-person show. You know, how do you do all that and still make it happen?
You know, I was thrown in there, but like I said, Miss Tina is such an amazing person that you become this sponge and you just want to learn and learn and learn. And you just learn how to, we that's each, like, we were all like growing, like nobody was up there yet, you know, so it was just a learning experience, and I wouldn't take nothing back because it taught me how to work under pressure. It taught me, like, it's been time. I remember one time I left Kelly's skirt on the plane for a huge show, and like we were like tablecloth, curtain, like we just went and just made it happen, and it's just, you just learn how to. The show must go on regardless, so we just learn how to make it work.
The next look that we're going to do, this 2015 Jovani Look, the theme was China through the looking glass. And child, I thought we were going to have a nip slip. I thought we were going to have something, but this look was it. And we never see Bey wear her hair up either.
Yeah, that was one. That was one.
Oh my gosh.
The craziest thing, that is the heaviest dress I've ever had to deal with. It's as naked as it may seem and as light as it may seem, that was the heaviest dress, and I didn't even want to leave her side the whole night because it was a lot. But
literally, there's all these photos of you. So that's why you were carrying the dress, because I see so many photos of you guys. This shot.
I made it look like, she definitely made it look like, but yeah, that dress is heavy. That's all Swarovski crystals.
Wow, all those different colored gemstones.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. We had Elle on a live on Thursday, and she was talking about Swarovski and just how they have a certain technique that they have that's patented. There's no other crystal that shines like Swarovski crystals. That's why you see it all the time on the couture and everything like that.
And I just think it was just a great night. The ponytail needs its own page. It needs its own Instagram page because that ponytail, she worked that damn ponytail that night. But it was such a great night. And yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Ponytail was everything, so you guys can see it. You can see the crystals on this dress too, just beautiful. All the gems on it. Someone asked, may I ask, what was the material for the crystals not to tear the dress? That might be a question. Do you know?
I don't know. That's a Ricardo question, but there was like a backing between because that was like a really strong mesh, power mesh. But he did. It was amazing how they did that.
Yeah. The next look was for 2014. It was Charles James Beyond Fashion. And if you guys don't know who Charles James was, he was an American designer, and he's really known for making like ball gowns and gowns with like very like architectural aesthetics to them. So to have a whole exhibit after you for the Met is already a big deal. But it was another Jovani look that Bey went with, but this time she also did that dark lip, like that red wine lip, and then the cover over her face. This is my favorite look.
Yeah, and it's like, I love it because it paid homage to Diana Ross, and Ricardo had this vision, and it was chic, just beautiful.
Yeah. Tell me more about how you paid tribute to Diana Ross with this look.
He just had like different kind of like mesh situation.
Yeah. I love this lip that she went to with the dark lip and these earrings. The chandelier earrings are just absolutely beautiful. What's Bey's personality like before these events? Is she stressed out? Is she normally calm?
It just all depends. A lot of times we're on tour, or you know, we fly in from a show, like it's an off day from a show or something like that. So it's literally just us flying in and just preparing, or me going a day or two ahead and just preparing. So it's really like an in and out. It's been an in and out situation only because we were on tour or busy with other things. But you know, it's just like getting ready for anything else, hair and makeup, and just praying for a great night. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Her 2016 look for Manasa Machina, Fashion in the Age of Technology, the latex dress. I feel like this was the most controversial dress that Bey has ever worn. I feel like you were in two camps with this dress. Either you loved this look or you hated this look.
Yeah. It was like I said, it for him to take latex and just to even decide to go there with it and do a gown, it was such a great thing to have latex be so polished and so pretty, and the detail, the hand painted, and the pearls that were on the latex. I was like, you really outdid yourself, and it was just a good. I love that night too because personally, it's because I hadn't worked with her in a while. I had turned 21. The next day, I kind of just stopped doing so much. I kind of stepped away from fashion a little bit and spent time and be more with family, and you know, and so people started treating me different, and a lot of stuff like that because I didn't announce it like, oh, I'm not working here anymore. It's just like I stepped away and I'm doing other things, you know, whatever. But we're family, you know, and so the understanding was between us. But you know, society, because I didn't work on Lemonade and I didn't do the Super Bowl, so it's like people were talking like, oh, he got fired. So it was cool, and I learned. It was a learning experience because I'm one of the nicest people in the world, but you know, showrooms and designers, people started acting a little different. And
really?
Like, oh, yeah, it was really cool though, and it taught me and it helped me to grow and become stronger and to really know people for who they are and know that everybody is not really there for you. They're there for you. Connected to you. So it was a good thing for that to happen because 3 months later, boom, I'm on the carpet and it's like, oh, he's still there. Like, what's going on? You know. So it was just a really good thing, and it was good to experience that. Since then, you know, me and Raquel have worked with her a few other times, but it was just a good learning experience for me, and it was a good moment.
I loved how you handled that. I don't tell you, but I take a lot of the things that you do throughout your career, and I try to apply them to my own career as well too. I feel like now a lot of people want the picture for everything, or want to announce everything, or say everything that they're doing behind the scenes. And I think sometimes it's important just to let the work speak for itself and know that when you have true relationships, that those relationships really will last and will matter. I'm sure you haven't worked with any of those people that were throwing you shade.
I mean, I'm nice to them. I mean, I'm never going to strip me of my character. I'm going to always be who I am. And then people like, you're being fake. You know they did this, and you no. I'm going to still be me. I'm going to still be Ty. You're not going to strip me of my character. I'm going to always be the same. And it makes them uncomfortable in situations. It makes them, because they know in reality they were in the wrong. So I never let anybody strip me of my character.
Ty, that's such an important and powerful message to also talk about.
And that's one thing I hate about like the judgment of people. You know, tonight they pay for hair and makeup. They feel beautiful. For you to just tear them up the next day. That's why I've always turned shows like that down, because that's not my place. That person feels beautiful. So I just want us to get to a place where we're not judging people so much, and where fashion is just fun and it's not so serious. And if you're going to wear all this high end throw some low end with it. It's not that serious. Trust me.
Yeah, I think that people when they do trash a look, or they say, like, I'll be like, I don't like this look. I'll never be like, that doesn't look good on this person. But people don't realize that the glam team that goes behind this as well too. So to create that look, you're also trashing the hairstylist, you're trashing the makeup artist, you're trashing the PR, you're trashing a whole bunch of people. When
like, if anything, I wouldn't judge people, but when I do look at the carpet, I'm looking at the confidence. Like, I'm looking, like, you can tell when someone is just wearing something that she is not comfortable in just because it's from this designer. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And no, speak up. If you don't want to wear something, don't wear it. At the end of the day, it's your brand. And so you got to start speaking up. You paying all this money for stylists and stuff. You have to have the final say before you walk out, because they're not going to tear that stylist up first. They're going to tear you up. So
yeah,
it's about you being comfortable. And that's why you see, and that's why a lot of people look at the carpet. Gaga's wearing a meat dress. Gaga's coming in on a bubble, an egg and stuff. And, you know, and something like that that's so extreme. And the reason why it works is because of her confidence. When she walked out, when she looked in that mirror, Gaga was like, I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say. I'm wearing a meat dress. So you go there, and then now you know people's copying, trying to, you know, wearing steaks on it as dresses. You know,
yeah.
it's complete the confidence and just knowing who you are. And when you get to a point where you know who you are, truly know who you are in and out spiritually, you don't give a F about what anybody has to say.
Right. And I think that also just happens with time. You know, I think it's like, I think we're lucky now, like the younger generation. I feel like they're more like, I don't care. Like, it's whatever. And I love to see it. I love to see it, because I'm like, that confidence, that self-assurance. I don't think it has to be or should be something that takes us into our 30s or 40s, you know, to grow into. But
people
the society can
anyway.
be so.
They're going to talk anyway. You could feel you could be the Cinderella of the night, and I promise you, if you go into that, it gets dark. The people don't have nothing else to do but read people and talk about them, and you have to get to a point where that don't even affect you. I'm one of the nicest people, but people say nasty stuff on my page. It don't affect me. It don't, because I know who care about those things. You know, so you just have to get to a point of, even if you don't scroll down. A lot of times you just don't scroll down. If you have, because it'll tear you down, you know? So post your picture, don't scroll, read comments. And a lot of times I don't have to fight those battles. The Hive or everybody else would speak for me. So it's like, I don't understand how people sit up there and argue with people on social media. Like, why? It just don't even make sense to me.
One, like, budding style star that I'm really loving to see right now personally is Lizzo. And I just love the risks that she's taking. I love that Valentino created that dress for her as well too. And I know that she's gotten a lot of backlash in the industry. To be really honest, I thought about, I want you guys to work together. I'm going to put that out there already. I feel like y'all are going to work together.
I've been knowing her for a while now. Even when we have a photo when we first met. I think it was in 2017, I think, when we first met. Before the explosion and stuff, but she's such a good person and so sweet, and I just to visually see the blessings happen for her, I'm so proud of her. Yeah. I love Billy Porter's Met Gala look. It was everything. I love Billy Porter, and because, you know, when it comes to men's fashion, it's always been like, you know, so just to get excited about men's fashion and it's fun. I'm glad that guys are stepping up and just taking risks and taking chances. Yeah, or even I love how he like takes away like gender from fashion as well too. So you could really just look at the fashion. To me, that's when I see him get dressed. It really feels like art to me, because I'm just looking at the creation and not putting anything else into it other than what the fashion is right there and then. Yeah. Giselle asked, what has been your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it? My biggest challenge is just really spending time with my family, and just, you know, like I said, my daughter, you know, missing very important birthdays, missing funerals sometimes, just that whole thing of just putting the wrong thing first. And, that's my answer. And just getting to a place of learning what's valuable. Value becomes differently when you finally become at peace with yourself and really start looking at the world in different eyes. And and this time especially, you really know.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for some of the moves I made in the past simply because I stopped thinking. I became more selfish. As selfless as I am, I became more selfish. And I think you have to be selfish in order to be a great anything. You have to give yourself that time first.
Yeah.
So, right now.
I also think what's meant for us will never miss us, So
Yes.
even if you skip something or you don't take a job, it doesn't mean that the opportunity's
you
not
have
going
to
to
say
back.
the Lord is there. You have to say Jesus is here, and I'll come. Because it's like energy is so important to me, and just like outweighing things, and it's so different now. It's so different now to where it's like you literally have to be the Lord. They have to say the Lord is here. I'm here.
Yeah. I just want to thank you again for just taking your time with us on the first Monday in May, the eve of what would be the Met Gala. It's really good to see you on here and to be able to see you digitally and just all the great things that you're doing. What's next? How can we continue to support you?
Just a lot of surprises. Continue to follow me on social media, all my platforms. I try one. There's a lot of surprises coming up, and more TV stuff. Just a lot of great things coming, and I'm just staying hopeful and just staying prayed up. And I know that we're going to be able to. And guys, just keep knowing. You have to visualize. So you have to know it. You have to say it. You have to speak it into existence, and do not let this tear you down. We're going to get through this.
Yes.